we were talking about the Million Man March. So now the next thing we have here in line, excuse me, I'm fucked up. We're gonna talk about Farrakhan's views on women. So we have right here, Daytatchi has something for us.
This is the thing. Okay, so there's a lot of controversy around it. First of all, there was a Facebook post.
What was it?
Now this post said, being at the Million Man March and experiencing it in person was a different kind of feeling. It was very uncomfortable.
Yes.
My heart sunk when Farrakhan boldly used words like holy Negroes and spoke on women the way he did.
I know.
I have never experienced this type of energy ever.
Okay.
The energy felt violent. It really brought me to tears as I excused myself from the group and walked to my car. Sorry, Mr. Farrakhan, I'll continue to follow Jesus.
Now this is somebody you know, correct?
Yes. So I don't know, I'm not going to say who it, but I saw this Facebook post and I was perplexed.
And I'm not making fun of that.
I was perplexed. I'm back to my serious mode now.
The liquor is talking.
I was driven to hit him up and say, you know, what exactly did he say about women? And he said that women are basically, he basically said that women are slaves to men. So,
and this is at the Million Man March that we've all been celebrating.
Now, mind you, Chantial, I'll let you go first, since you're.
How do you feel about that?
I wanted to drink.
Why you gonna put me on the spot? I mean, okay, men. He said women are slaves to men.
He said that.
Him and T.I. should be best friends. Obviously, they share the same views. So
Tiny will never come out.
So I mean, I guess it goes with the religion. It goes with Farrakhan. I mean, it's to be expected from him personally. I would expect that from him because the Muslim religion is really strict when it comes to women. So I'm not surprised at all. But I mean, I don't agree with it. I mean, I'm not gonna be anybody's slave. I don't think I would want to. But if you,
do you feel like he meant any type of ill intent or harm when he said?
Surely not.
I don't know the exact quote.
Didn't Jenna marry a Muslim?
I mean, that's his belief.
Yeah,
I mean, that's his belief. So, I mean, he stands by what he believes in. So, I mean, I can't fault him for believing in what he believes in. I mean, I don't have to agree with it. No one has to agree with it. So, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I wouldn't live like that because that's just not it's not in my DNA to be a slave to anybody but myself, you know. Slave for you. I'm mad, y'all. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
You like it toasty.
Toasty.
I know how you like
I'm not surprised.
Religion to me is very
touchy.
It's a very touchy subject. I grew up, I guess, Christian, but
we'll talk about religion. We got that coming on another one.
We're brothers. We didn't really grow up in a let's go to church every Sunday type of household.
Me either.
So
Mickey.
Okay, so my uncle did. He was a reverend, pastor of a church.
Oh, reverend.
Rest in peace. He, you know, we went for a while. We did go to church for a while, but you know, it's just I've never been religious. Just spiritual.
Really?
I've never been.
You never been a Bible beater?
Just spiritual. Never. And for a period of time,
I won't even discuss my religion until we bring that up in another show.
Well, the thing is that when you follow a certain religion, you may be subject to some type of bullshit.
Thank you. I agree with you.
There's no way I can hold that back.
Bullshit.
I mean, whether it's Christianity, Muslim, Jehovah's Witness,
this ain't even about religion today, though.
So I didn't really get bothered by what he said.
I didn't either.
But
I'm not bothered.
It is his religion, and you do, at the end of the day, you know how different cultures, different worlds?
Yeah.
So it's like you don't get offended, but you know that that's their culture. That's literally
one of my
very
best friends.
like the woman who wear the thing on their head. They might not want to, but deep inside that's their culture, so they gotta follow it.
I used to see women in the gym covered up who were Muslim. So
You went with me shooting at the gym?
But one of my very best friends is Muslim. She's a female, and she supports her. It's her grandfather actually, and she supports him. And he's
don't play.
She's a great person. He seems to be a great person from my experiences with him. He's not a bad person.
Wait, are you talking about Farrakhan?
Yes.
You talking about his?
Yes. So they seem to be great people in general. That's their religion. That's their belief.
Strong women too.
Strong women. She's a strong woman.
My thing.
The sisters are strong women.
That's how I feel.
So you know,
how do these strong women feel about? I mean, because now they believe in this particular religion and the way he speaks and everything he says. But how do these strong religiously, spiritual wise, in the world,
Well,
type business oriented.
Right, it's like they in America,
That's
but they got the Muslim. They got the
That's what they
Muslim
believe
family,
in.
so it's kind of
But
like how do
realistically,
you
it must be a
adjust to that,
conflict.
living in
Just like
America?
there would be a conflict with any
It's
religion.
like, no, if that's your religion, that's all you know is second nature. Yeah, you handle your business, you're a boss in the world.
But you can't
in
come
your
home and say, I'm a
household,
slave?
no,
But I
it's
think
not
like
necessarily
Chantial-
slave. That in your household, the man is, supposed to be the dominant one in your house.
Maybe slave was just a harsh word.
But
slave was
Chantial-
just a wrong play on
Chantiel,
words.
let me ask you this: if
And
you
maybe
had,
he did not say slave because that was he said
Keep my spot.
basically. I'm sorry. He said basically they were slaves to women. That's what.
That's how he
So it
interpreted
wasn't.
it.
That's how he interpreted it.
But
So
it-
he did
Just
not
because
say those words.
he took the words in like that, but that doesn't necessarily mean a Muslim woman would feel that way by Farrakhan's
but
words.
Chantiel, let me ask you: what do you think if your grandfather was, the same views,
Yours.
and then now, or just now, just say you was like in high school right now, or you was 20, and you just coming up, and your grandfather.
Time out. Who's in high school at 20?
No. Or you're 20.
Or.
Not and. Look, it wasn't and or, mother.
No and.
That's not so just say you like coming
Yeah,
up,
like
you a young adult basically.
Right.
And your granddad has those views, but you're coming up in America today when it's so much other views. You're being exposed to everything. But your family is still Muslim. How do you think, you know what I'm saying, as a woman, that would you feel like, oh, I'm progressive, How would you feel?
Well, basically, when you're in your household, you have to follow the rules. But when you're an adult, you make your own decisions. So, you always have your background or your roots. But, as an adult, you're allowed to make your own decisions. Just like, certain rules that I went by in my mom's household, I might not necessarily do in my own house because I'm grown
Pick
now.
and choose.
You pick and choose. So when you don't have a choice as a child, then you're basically following the rules of the house. So it's just a part of being an adult and a part of growing up.
But you still respect.
I still
what
respect
they-
that, absolutely.
Yeah.
I still respect it, but that don't mean I have to follow it.
Okay. Yeah, and that pretty much goes with any religion.
Right.
Really, because I grew up, not to say, I'm not going to talk too much about religion, but I did grow up heavily in the church. And we'll talk about that on other shows. But
So you don't have to do Holy Ghost?
all of that. The shouting, speaking in tongues, all of that stuff. All of that. But that will be a whole nother show, and I do still have
We will have
respect
him
for
shout
it, and I still got reverence for it, but it doesn't mean I believe it.
Yeah.
So that's really what it is, and we'll definitely touch on that later. But I do want to talk about, I think, Chantiel, you were the first one to bring this up. It was the Stone Mountain.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Georgia here, we have Stone Mountain.
We're
For
here
those of
in
y'all
Georgia.
who don't know, it's kind of a racist type of thing. Racist motherfucker. So we're going to talk about the mountain.
Okay, Stone Mountain basically was...
Tell it on the mountain. Over the fucking hill.
Can I do my story now?
Go ahead,
You
go
done? Okay. So Stone Mountain basically used to host Ku Klux Klan's cross burnings and all the Confederate tributes and everything. And it still has these Confederate tributes. So soon, Stone Mountain has decided to bring a tower in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King. So the tower is going to basically feature a replica of the Liberty Bell, and it's going to have engraved on it a line from his "I Have a Dream" speech, and it states, "Let freedom
I have
ring."
a drink speech? Wait a minute.
I have a dream speech.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said I had a drink. I got a drink today.
So it's going to say, "Let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia."
And a refill.
Okay. So wait, I'm not done.
Okay.
Okay, so in addition to this King Memorial at Stone Mountain, it's also going to have a permanent museum exhibit of to recognize contributions of other African American soldiers in both the Union and Confederate armies.
Okay.
So that's going to be very exciting, and I was looking at the news when this came out, and there were mixed reviews, of course. A lot of Caucasian people at the mountain basically was saying, why do you need to put this up here? Why, we don't need any extra. We don't need to just leave this the way it is. And their issue is, on the mountain, there's a carving of the Confederate soldiers or the Confederate generals or whatever. And on top of that, they're going to put the King tribute on top of that.
The King tribute is going to be a bell, though.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be a tower.
A tower
with a bell in it, and it's
Okay.
gonna have his drink.
His face won't be there though.
No, his face won't be there.
Exactly.
It's gonna be a bell.
Their faces will.
Wait a minute.
Let's think about that.
Wait the
Let's think about that gesture.
Wait a fucking
hood.
minute. You saying that they're gonna have a bell with his face, with like his neck and then a bell?
No, they're gonna have a bell with a quote. Now these men who,
because I was about to say,
these men who were a part of the war,
Confederacy.
the Confederacy who were against, you know,
Free and slaves.
get to that
They
point
are
about
on,
this bell.
They are on the mountain.
Right.
But Martin Luther King is gonna have a bell.
So his face won't be there.
His face won't be
Now I'm fucking upset because you know what, audience, I gotta tell y'all right now because I didn't know that was the case, and I'm very upset because you should show his face.
I just thought about. I didn't know either. But
He should be on the mountain.
Well,
Martin Luther
Go-
fought for that shit.
All right.
Oh my
This
God.
will be the last time he moderates.
No, because that's just the S word. They say that on BET now. So that's nothing.
Damn, I'll drink to that.
Right, they say it on everywhere now. So we just like
American
regular
Horror
TV.
Story, yeah, facts.
Regular
Oh,
TV.
God.
So, no, but what I'm really saying is this. I got something else to say, but I'm going to bring it up when we bring up the next thing. But I'm going to bring it up when we bring up the next thing. This is my next thing. Anybody else had anything to say? Yeah, you go ahead. Cause
I think basically I understand where y'all coming from, but it says a lot that they're even having anything out there to
It
represent.
doesn't say a lot. You know, it does say a lot.
does.
Actually,
I think it's just
It
to the
does say a lot.
response of everybody responding negatively to what they
'Cause
had
they-
on that mountain.
Exactly.
So now
They're
they
not
gotta
doing
respond.
They don't want to put his black face on there. Black. They don't want to truly show Martin Luther King and all his glory and all his life. They're going to put a bell up there and say, let freedom ring.
What is a
But it-
bell?
A
What is
bell.
this?
It
It says
kinda
a lot.
It goes into the speech of what he said. Let
Yeah, well, let's go to the
ring.
speech of his face.
Let it ring. I was gonna say mother effers, but I ain't gonna say it. So let
I'm
it
just
ring.
saying, did you think about that possibility? That I just feel like it's half-assed.
Man.
I mean, yeah, it's half-assed, but it is a huge step based on what used to go on
It's
in
a huge
some.
step for Georgia.
Can I just
Yeah,
say,
it is.
even with the race, whether they were racist or not, whatever time they represent, it was beautiful, beautiful. That sculpture was beautiful.
It is.
There men on it. I looked at it. It was incredible. I don't care who was on it. The racist men on there, whoever they was,
Yeah.
whoever it is on that damn mountain,
And then that
they
light
was-
show?
it looked great.
That
The
light-
sculpture
that light
looked
show.
really good. I never seen the light show.
It sucks.
I mean,
Well, let's do this.
God.
it's a nice little date
let's
or
do this.
family thing.
So
Yeah.
into
I used to
that,
work at Stone Mountain Park, so
we got the MLK tribute.
Really?
I can
We
never
got
go back again.
That's just like working at
So,
McDonald's.
to the Olympic
You don't want it anymore. So the next thing is Confederate flag. Since we talking about all this stuff, I had thought of the Confederate flag because there's been so much talk about. Everybody wanted to. A lot of people was ready to get rid of it. Y'all probably heard of this in the news recently. They want to get rid of it. They wanted this. I'm gonna say my what I think, but I want y'all to say first. What do y'all think about the Confederate flag? Period. In the South, wherever. Do you think it should be gone?
Burn! Let it burn!
You say let it burn.
No! No, hell
So
no!
Daytatchi says
Actually-
let it burn.
I don't have a problem with it. Every time I see a Confederate flag, I laugh. Actually, it does not bother me. It does not bother me when people try to offend. Well, actually, let me retract that statement.
Give me gas.
Let me retract that statement because it bothers me when people try to offend. But if you're proud of where you come from, or proud of your past, or proud of history, then yeah, these white supremacists or hunkies or I'm trying to think-
Wait a minute.
That's
No,
the most
Supremacists
ignorant
or
show
hunkies?
that we
I do
have.
not agree with that.
Wait, high and low.
I don't
Supremacists or
agree.
hunkies?
Let me just finish. I said those
I have
words
plenty
for
of
me
Caucasian
because
friends.
Those words, I have plenty of Caucasian friends. It evokes emotion. I don't get bothered by it when. Now, if you mean it, like just like if you say the word nigger, if you're white,
What?
if you
With
if
the
you say
ER?
that word
Don't say it
nigger,
with the ER.
and you meant to say it to piss me or to hurt. When your intent is ill, there's a difference.
feel
Now,
the
wait.
same
Now, if you call me a bitch
What?
and it was a joke,
Bitch.
or if you call me a bitch and it is to
Okay.
if for ill intent, is a difference.
Yeah.
Just like nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on your intent behind that word or your intent behind that gesture. So the Confederate flag does not bother me. But if you're out there burning crosses and white hoods.
We've had enough of you. So do you have a comment on the Confederate flag? He's talked enough.
I think the Confederate flag represents racism.
Thank you for falling out of your seat.
I think it represents racism. It represents hatred. So I think it needs to burn.
It needs to burn. Okay, Corbell, we're gonna get. Oh, bless you, Corbell. We're gonna get to you, and then we're gonna get to me.
Well,
go ahead.
Before we get to him, Rasheem.
Thank you.
I feel like it's disrespectful too, because everything the Confederate flag stood for was for the oppression of our people.
Yes.
And I ain't trying to be like extra political, but that's really what it was. It was like, we're gonna keep our slaves, we're gonna keep our guns, and we're gonna shut you up. That's pretty much what it was. Boy.
I like that accent though.
You know what I mean?
God damn, shut them niggers down. Yeah, they got rid of something dick.
God damn.
House nigger.
I gotta edit that part out, but I'm not.
Okay, let me get to my thoughts on this, since I thought of it. Now, the Confederate flag, to me, I read some comments on this. I feel like it's a part of history. Whether you get rid of the physical flag or not, it's still going to be a part of history.
Yes.
It happened. Getting rid of it does not alleviate anything in my mind. However, I do understand what people are saying. I get it. And honestly, none of us lived through slavery, so we didn't have to be there. However, I do understand. I understand it strikes a nerve. I understand it strikes a nerve. So my main thing is though, when it comes to this type of thing, it's part of our history. It's part of everything. Same way the American flag is. We celebrate the American flag, and they also there was slavery. There was slavery here, and some of the same people that will celebrate our American flag will celebrate or will not celebrate the Confederate flag. At the end of the day, even America allowed slavery. So my thing is, at the end of the day, you gotta look at everything. Look at all the facts, and at the end of the day, it will never erase the history.
You did that.
It'll never erase the history. It's still gonna be. Oh yeah, we're gonna get that.
I command a toast.
So my thing is, don't get rid of it. That's why I say don't get rid of it.
It's a reminder.
And the people that want it in their yards, they're going to have it in their yards. They're going to keep it up. So don't even get mad at it. Let it be. Just let it be.
And what do we have now?
Mexicans.
We got the...
We did have... Of course, we have to mention our Boozer of the Week. And let me...
Wait a minute. Before you mention the Boozer of the Week...
You wait a minute.
Let me mention this one person before the Boozer, because I got someone too.
Okay, go ahead. Because
okay.
Why? Remember, the Boozer of the Week comes from our poll questions. Answer the poll questions. Submit your answers and your experiences, and you may be the Boozer of the Week.
And I'm just gonna say I'm disappointed because this week barely anybody participated. But what y'all don't know is that you don't know what's coming for you.
You don't know.
It could be prize.
There is a prize coming.
You don't know what could be coming. So participate in these polls every week.
Let me piggyback on that because they did not participate in something serious. Now, when we talked about pet peeves, it was so many responses. When there's something that's not serious and lighthearted, well, you know, and we understand people want to have fun. Girls just want to have fun. Okay, but you know. This question was about discrimination this week for the poll questions, and we did not get that many responses.
Frankly, we didn't even get any boys. Nothing.
We didn't. So we do want y'all to participate in the polls because there will be prizes every month for Boosters of the Week. But go ahead.
So, my friend,
The poll question.
The poll question. Where is the poll question? Because I don't have it here.
The poll question was, have you ever been discriminated against in the workplace or otherwise? Let us know your experience with discrimination.
Let me note that question he just read was mine. So we're going to go into the response that I do have. My friend sent me this response. Alex Arias, he sent it because Facebook wouldn't allow him to post with the hating asses. So what we're gonna do is go on. They discriminated. Facebook discriminated and wouldn't let him post on This Ain't the
My God.
Isn't that crazy?
Get off AT&T and get Comcast.
Basically what he said was, if racial profile... Let me do this real quick and then I'll talk about this.
So
he said, if racial profiling... If racial profiling counts, then yes, every time at the airport. So he said, I'm glad of it. Basically, because I know this person, I know some of the experiences. He was basically saying he's Cuban, but when they see him at the airport, a lot of times they think he's some type of terrorist or something. The look it gives off.
Oh,
You know what? I had to stop.
I didn't mean to laugh.
But you know what? But you know what? I remember one time, let me just say, from my experience, I'm going to just say this. I was in the airport one time, and they did stop me, and they thought it was somebody else. And this was when I went to LA to film something. I ain't gonna say what. So I went there, and they stopped me in the airport, and I was very disturbed. I was very upset. I was like, whoa. So that's how he feels. If they thought they saw a terrorist, they thought he was the terrorist, not because he looked like him, just because he looked slightly like what they look like. Period. You don't even gotta look like
Who are they? What are you saying when you say they?
Maybe the Muslims. Someone. He looked like one of them motherfuckers. It don't matter who. So read your
age. Christ, so many F-bombs.
But we're gonna move on to our boozer of
the boozer of the week has to go to Lakeisha L. Williams.
Not fair.
Okay, by Lakeisha L. Williams. This is a pretty long response, so I'm going to try to read it as clearly as possible. You know, I have a little bit of slurring going on right now. So no, but she says, we asked again, have you ever been discriminated against? If so, tell us about your experience.
I have. I've been protesting and demonstrating.
So, wait. Without the jokes, the people want to hear real shit. So who got a real? Everybody got something, right? I got another one.
I have something.
Let's start with
go
you
ahead with our boozer.
and go right around.
Our boozer
start with the boozer.
Lakeisha L. Williams says, every day. Sometimes patients would pass my window and wait on the Caucasian next to me instead of letting me help them. I say good morning to everyone, and a lot of times doctors and upper management will look at you stupid but make sure they say good morning to the next person behind you. I have people who go and report things directly to my supervisor that the girl next to me is doing or that they themselves have done as if okay, it's a lot. I know you
keep reading.
No, I was listening.
Okay, so themselves have done as if it's okay for them, but the moment the little black girl isn't working like a dog, something needs to be done about it. Shaking my head. I have even had family refuse to do something but the turn or the other family member.
Keep reading.
The turnaround.
Don't pay attention to that ratchet shit.
Other family member when I clearly had the bigger need. Oh, I could go on for days. People pretend to not see you in the store, but everyone else gets a welcome to McDonald's.
Sneak and give
Cali is full of discrimination. You have to just know that you are better than that, and
I'll meet y'all the whole way, not halfway. The whole way.
Let me give it to you by God tomorrow. So basically, she has had a lot of discrimination from family, from the workplace. Anyway,
we don't know who she talking about.
I've had experiences with discrimination. Let me just say, I used to live in Jacksonville, Florida.
Tell me.
There was this one time that, I was driving, okay? I was in the car with my mom, and I think my auntie was in the back seat. And
keep going.
I was in Fleming Island, Orange Park area, and we noticed that this cop was following us. They were following us. Now,
I need a shot.
I know
Forgive me, y'all.
that once they see you, if you have maybe a do-rag on, or maybe you have a hat on, or maybe you're just black as hell.
You ain't gotta worry about that.
Well, I think
Right.
I take pride in my light skin in this.
Light bright over here talking about our struggle.
But this is why.
You gonna do that?
No, but I'm conscious of the fact. I'm conscious of those facts. I do not wear a do-rag when I go outside or when I drive because I think I was wearing a do-rag that day. My parents have always worn me. My mom in particular that day. You know, I was wearing a do-rag. They do look and profile people.
Absolutely.
They were following me. I'm light-skinned. But you know what I'm saying? I still
got a do-rag on.
I still got a do-rag on. I do not wear a do-rag while I'm driving, or I don't do. If I've been drinking,
I don't wear a hat
if I've done something,
either.
if I've been doing something, and I don't drink and drive. Let's be clear. Or if I do drink,
then drive.
No, if I do drink, and
designated driver right here.
It's very little if I know I have to drive because I will not wear a do-rag while I'm driving. You know what I'm just saying? Because I know that those are circumstances where you will be profiled and pulled over. So this police officer was following me. That's one situation, and they did pull me over. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, I don't personally have one. I mean, I have a couple, but I want to talk about one in particular, and it wasn't towards me. It's actually my boyfriend. He has one of those big cars that are considered dope boy cars, you know, and this guy works a regular 9 to 5. I mean, he's straight, narrow, no, I ain't gonna say he's never been to jail, but I mean, he works. So he has a car that I'm not gonna say what kind he has, but it looks like a Crown Vic. Yeah. So he gets stopped all the time. So on the weekends when we're out, we purposely don't drive his car. We drive my car because my car is more streamlined than his, because he does get profiled in his car. He's gotten stopped 3 times in 1 week, and he actually went to jail on one of those stops because of the type of car he had. Just because he was driving it and it saw it, oh, he must be selling drugs. So he got stopped. So that has happened, and yeah, it's hell. Especially with black guys. He's not dark skinned, he's light skinned, but he's a big guy. So, and then he's got this big guy in this big ass car that look like a dope boy car. He don't have no rims on it or anything, but he fits the profile for somebody that needs to be stopped. So, you know, it is what it is. I think guys have it worse than girls.
Boozers, let me just say, it's sad that we had to come up with all the stories for this week. Now, Corvell, what is your story? Y'all need to come with some shit. Basically, next week, participate.
Y'all took my damn story.
You ain't got one?
Yeah, man, sure.
You ain't been discriminated.
Oh boy, let me rap the song again.
You gotta be some other discrimination you done.
Shout out to Eminem, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I got one where you
I've
think
been
if you gotta
pulled
think.
over.
Okay.
I've been pulled over in my own driveway, by the way, which is ridiculous. I've been sitting in my driveway, in my car. Police officer backs up and says, "What are you doing around here?" I say, "I live here." Where? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I've been pulled over more than times than I can count for just BS like that. I don't know. You go ahead.
Let me say this before I even give mine. The other one that I really do have. Let me just say this. When I put this,
you suck, officer. You suck.
This poll was my idea, and the reason for this poll, I was trying to get people white, black. It don't matter if you're Spanish, Hispanic, whatever the case is. I wanted to know any discrimination. It doesn't matter who discriminated against you for what reason. That was the point of the poll. But let me just say this, since we only got black people answering, we're gonna talk about the black people problems. So the last job I worked at, they wanted me to cut my hair. And I had dreads that were this long, just about this long, maybe a little bit shorter. And they wanted me to cut my hair for a management position. So I said, okay, I'm gonna cut my hair. I did it. I cut it off real quick. Basically what happened was after that, I decided I didn't want to do management because the company was full of shit.
Boo-boo cakes.
So basically after that, you know, I've realized I probably could have had a lawsuit for them discriminating against my hair.
You should have gave, yeah.
I didn't know at the time, but it was too late. I'm a little messed up. I'm messed up. But but I could have had a lawsuit if I had filed at the time, but I did not. So, you know, just you know, basically that's the story. That's it. Ain't no other backstory. Ain't nothing else. That's all I got to say. Corvell, do you got your story?
Man, let's wrap this thing up, man. What we talking?
That's it. Well, thank y'all so much. That's really all we got. Thank y'all for tuning in to This Ain't the Liquor Talking.
Show us your discrimination stories in the comments. If
yeah,
you
do that. And we got a new poll coming for y'all.
Oh, I want to say also, we're still taking submissions. Is it submissions?
Submissions.
Yeah, submissions.
That's it. We messed up, y'all.
How's that gin working for you?
Shut up to Wine and Dine.
Y'all.
So if you want to get hooked up with a boo, send us your profile, give us your picture, tell us your preferences, you know, what you like to do, long walks in the park, what you don't like to do, what you're looking for, what's your ideal mate, what do you think, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to hook you up. We're going to try to have that in and ready. So email us at thisain'tthe.liquor@gmail.com.
Yeah. And thank you for tuning in to This Ain't the Liquor, the talk show with a twist. Well, anyway, I'm Daytatchi.
I'm Ketia Chantial.
I'm Corry Cash.
And I'm Rasheem. And don't forget to share, comment, like us on Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere the fuck else.
This will be the last time he's hosting.
No, it won't be. And when I host again.